Okay, good morning, everyone. I feel there might be a lot of people being slightly hungover from yesterday's parties. This morning, the first person to wake you up with an excellent talk is Green from Curation. He's going to talk about how to kill the noise, curation versus everything. I think there's a little need to wake up everybody, and could we just have a big round of applause for him, just to motivate him? Come on, guys. It's the morning we wake up.
Hi, everyone. Okay. I'm Green. I'm a developer from Curation, a project that builds decentralized dispute resolution. And today we're going to talk about lists, curation, and noise. But first, let me tell you a story. So you go to Telegram, and you find this user who claims to be a full-stack expert, but you know he's not. You've seen this copy pasta 1,000 times before. So now you have to waste your morning banning this user and wasting your time. There are a few variants to the Telegram scams. There's the greeter, there's the token listing, and there is also DMs. So DMs in Telegram are a huge problem because Telegram doesn't allow you to block DMs from users that share a group with you. So yeah, everyone is very familiar with them. In this case, I didn't have a screenshot in hand, so I just asked for help, and this friendly DM scammer came to give me the screenshot I needed. All right, Discord. You go to Discord, and you find these crazy deals all the time as well. Thankfully, Discord does allow you to block DMs, so there's that. Now you want to go waste some time on Twitter. You have some notifications. This user decided to mention the entirety of crypto Twitter in reply to a fake NFT airdrop scam. There's also this very interesting way of setting up notifications. Just add someone to a list. And as you go to enjoy the Vitalik's latest tweet, as you scroll down, you will see who appears to be Vitalik himself promoting a blog post. But yeah, when you click on it, it's just another merge airdrop scam. So we're regular internet users. So we go to Google, and we type in Twitter alternatives. Click on the first result. Now you're greeted with this huge cookie prompt. And yeah, this website does pretty much everything you can expect from a Google result. It's optimized towards wasting your time. So there's this cookie prompt. The whole article is like journalism, low-quality text, huge images that force you to keep scrolling through. When you're in the middle of the article, a mailing list prompt is going to show up. Ads follow you down as you scroll. So yeah, it's a mess. What went wrong? So we live in this era of information. Information is pretty much free to store, transmit, and produce. Yet, with free information comes noise, and we never solve the problem. So we've become complacent with this situation. So OK, let's try to think from the point of view of the noise. How can we make a noisy system? So if you match one of the two following conditions, your system is going to have a noise backdoor. So for example, no liability for including information, then it doesn't even matter if there is filtering or not, because all it takes is for a single motivated actor to pollute the entire information system. And if that's not a possibility, you can always have no filtering. Then the rate at which noise enters the system is only limited by the by the cost of including information. And if there has to be filtering, then make sure it's centralized, because then the actor is going to become negligent, incapable of solving the situation, or just malicious and promoting content they should not be promoting and filtering content they should not be filtering. OK, so how could we do things right? Well, you can extend your noisy information system with the decentralized curation system. So these systems match two conditions. First one, inclusion is a stake. So if you want to include information into the system, you need to put skin in the game. And then others will get it back from you in case you misbehave. This obviously is going to be a deterrence for flooders and spammers from entering the network. But yet, it's there to set up the grounds for the next condition. So anyone can filter. And the point is that you don't want to duplicate effort, but because everyone is able to see the results of the curation, it doesn't even matter. So if anyone can filter, then anyone can possibly provide filtering to the system, unlike centralized filtering systems. Good. But you also need to make sure that this is done in an incentivized way. You need to punish bad filtering and reward good filtering. So what's StakeCurate? StakeCurate is a public good smart contract that matches the two conditions above. I'm not going to go into the technical details, but you can ask me later or talk to me outside. But pretty much the way it works is you put items into lists. So lists, anyone can create a list. Lists have a bunch of customizable settings. They are things such as require stake, which is the deposit that you need to make in order for your item to become included into the list. There's also the policy. A policy is a human-readable document that explains the criteria for inclusion of the items. OK, so then anyone can submit items. But this is going to be easier to explain with an example. So this is Alice. Alice is a blogger. She's got 5 ad-free blogs. And she stumbles upon StakeCurate, and she finds a list of ad-free websites. And she wants to submit her items to the list, because then she gets more visibility. So the list states that Alice needs 100 DAI in order for her blogs to become included. So she deposits 100 DAI, and then she submits the 5 blogs. Note that each blog does need 100 DAI to be included. Yet Alice is able to submit the 5 of them with the same collateral. This is because stakes are shared. OK, so 24 hours pass, and then the blocks become canonically included. So then the users can consume them, can be sort of safe that they are correct. So now Bob comes in. He's an ad-free maximalist, and he finds one of Alice's blogs. He reads it, and he finds that there is an Amazon affiliate link. Now he just cannot accept that. So he challenges the blog, and now a dispute is going to be created in Claros. In order to dispute the blog, he has to put a 50 DAI bond. This bond will be awarded to Alice in case he was wrong. Yeah. So now Alice has an issue. Remember that she put 100 DAI at the beginning to back up her 5 blogs, but now of these 100 are reserved to Bob in case he wins the challenge. So she now has 0 free stake. So this means her 4 remaining blocks cannot be challenged. So they are no longer included, because then she has no skin in the game. She has a decision to make. She can go and stake an extra 100 DAI, or more, in order for her 4 blocks to be collateralized as soon as possible and be included again. Or she can just wait, since she also thinks that her blocks are fine and Amazon affiliate links are allowed. So she ends up winning the dispute. She gets her 100 DAI unlocked. She also gets the 50 DAI deposit that Bob made, and everyone's happy, except Bob. So I'm going to give a few details on how this works, because I'm going to give a bunch of examples later. So lists can be edited, items can be edited, and this is done in a safe way. So for example, if you were to edit the settings of a list, then all the previously included items of the list will become outdated, and thus they cannot be challenged, so they are no longer included. The owner of the items can update them or recommit them in order to show that, yeah, this is complying with the latest version. OK, where is the data stored? You can store data on off-chain, on IPFS, through IPFS URIs that are emitted via events. Or you can store arbitrary data on-chain if you need a smart contract consumer to do things, read arbitrary data. You can do both things at the same time as well. Stakes are shared across lists, so it's not just that Alice was able to collateralize her 5 blocks at the same time with the same deposit. She can also back up any item in any list that uses DAI as an ERC20 stake. So in practice, this means that Alice has a lot of incentives for becoming an active StakeCurate user, because she was already willing to put in skin in the game for the blocks. Now any other list that uses DAI as a stake is free in a way. She only has to submit the items. This is also good for the integrators, because if you are an integrator, all the current users of StakeCurate, they are like your potential users as well. They will endure very low friction to do so. All right, there is a badges and module system. This is going to be used very extensively in examples. Pretty much the way it works is that through a list of item references, you can go back to the original items, and then you can assert traits on them. Or you can append additional optional information on them. So you can have a bunch of different policies for different things, and maybe different people writing all these different policies. So it's modular, it's good. All right, StakeCurate is not just the smart contract. It comes with a subgraph. It comes with a library for fetching data, because you need to do some dynamic filtering, and it's non-trivial. And there is a front end. This is intended for the users, but it's also intended for the integrators in a way, because you are able to ship proof of concepts. You will only need to write down a policy. You don't even need to write a front end or anything. Just use the default front end. OK, let's get into some examples of things that you could build with this tool. This is the Whitelisted Telegram. So you make a list of Telegram accounts, and then by using the batch system, you can assert traits on these accounts. So traits, or badges, whatever, they are things such as English, no scam, friendly, respects rule set X, whatever. So then you, as a Telegram group owner, you will you can write down the list of required badges that users need. And then if you don't have the required badges, well, then you are banned, kicked out, muted, whatever. And then you, as a user of these groups, there is no need for a moderator anymore, right? Anyone can be a moderator. So if you see that someone is misbehaving, someone can go and challenge them, and then get a reward for their troubles, get a compensation for their wasted time. Cool. So curated social media, this was one of the ideas that inspired this project. You need a dependency. You need a decentralized social media system that uses accounts. Instead of curating messages, we will be creating accounts instead. Originally, we planned on using the Fediverse for this, which uses the activity pub, which is a federated protocol. But Lens could be used as well, and it might be easier. So pretty much the way it works is, you can think that you make a list of accounts, and then to those accounts, you use the batch system again. But here, you will use the batch system to allow them to push messages onto topics. So for example, here, Vitalik he got permission to publish messages on English, Ethereum, no spam, truth, whatever. So in practice, you as a user, you write a message, then you put a bunch of tags on your message. And then, me as a user, I can choose whatever topics I want to read. So I will filter by English or no spam, whatever. And then if someone goes in and puts something that it just doesn't belong to one of the tags, then you can challenge it and get a reward for your wasted time. So it's good. Did I mess up? Okay. So search engine. This was another one of the ideas that inspired the project. So we don't trust Google. Can we do better? Yeah, you could make a list of websites, then use the badges system to put tags onto them. And then, by using these tags, the user goes to the search engine, which will be something like, like an open source crawler that just goes through the websites that are curated. And then you can filter by, whatever you want, and you write your regular query. So in practice, you will be able to find websites without ads, for example, or without a cookie prompt, or that are original content. There's this whole thing. Anyway, yeah, like Stack Overflow clones. You will not need to be exposed to that. All right. So, do you like ads? Does anyone here like ads? Can you raise your hand? Oh, really? Well, I'm messing around. But to be fair, many of the reasons we don't like ads is that it comes with tracking, right? Comes with clickbaits, but those are not necessarily, absolutely needed elements of being an ad. Like you could make a whole different crypto-native ad system, and I'm going to present it here. So through a project that we built on the HCC hackathon, which is called HARPS, pretty much think of ad space in a front end as a real estate. piece. So you, each piece of real estate is an NFT, and then you treat this NFT through Harbinger taxes. And then the owner of the NFT can put whatever ad they want. So the project, I mean, it kind of worked, but the issue is that there was no curation. So someone could just go in a front end and put an ISIS ad or something. So you can solve this problem with Stay Curate. Just make a list of ads, and then you put badges on them. So badges can be things such as no clickbait, safe for work, black and white, no words, no faces. Faces are, there's this whole psychological component of advertisers putting faces in ads so that you are forced to look at them, and it's very worrying. So I would like to ban it. OK, cool. So you go to Uniswap, and in this universe in which Uniswap uses ads, there's this ad. You are a user. You can see how much the ad is worth. Maybe you will be interested in buying it. I don't know. You can see the tax that the ad is supposed to be meeting. So maybe the website doesn't even allow colorful ads. So maybe this could be challenged. I don't know. It's just a concept. OK, music. So you could make this kind of decentralized Spotify system, which will probably break a few IP laws. But the point is you submit audio files to IPFS, and then you can give badges to these audio files. So they can be things such as rock, vocals, instrumental, whatever. You can use the module system to attach extra information. So you could attach lyrics to a song. You could even attach synced lyrics to a song, so someone can just sing along. And then sorry, I messed up. And then all it takes is for someone to create a front end that just automatically plays through a playlist or whatever. So now I'm going to rush through a bunch of ideas that I just don't have time to elaborate on. So there's the stake wiki. So articles need to comply with a policy. It will be pretty difficult to make this policy. But, scientific papers. So this will be like incentivized peer review, and it might solve a bunch of modern science problems. Maps clone, which I think someone did this already, but pretty much you make a list of geolocations, and then you use the module system to attach optional information to them. A list of good policies, because it turns out that it's very difficult to make policies that cover all edge cases and fulfill the spirit of the policy. So we've been running into this problem for a while now. The Pirate Bay, it will be fun to just go and make a decentralized torrent tracker, a new era of piracy. A registry of repos, maybe, and then you can put no vulnerability patches on libraries. And then if you got a dependency that doesn't have this patch, you're also vulnerable, so it will be interesting. I don't know if you know speedruns, but speedruns is like beating games fast, right? Currently, most of the time, this takes place in speedrun.com, which is centralized. But here in Stay Curate, everyone will be able to moderate, and you will even be able to distribute the rewards trustlessly on chain. All right, so is it all curation? Maybe. I don't know. The point of saying so many ideas is to try to inspire your imagination. Maybe you figure out something you will do. All right, so Stay Curate is not finished yet, but you can check our current progress. It's going to be great. Just keep in touch. And thanks everyone for listening to me. If you want to apply to the Kleros incubator, there's this whole thing that you can try. Yeah, just keep in touch, talk to me, whatever. OK, thanks everyone for listening to me. Do you have any questions?
If someone has a question, just raise your hand, and we'll just be handing out mics. We don't have a lot of time, so think fast. Otherwise, I'm still going to blame it on the hangover. But let's give a big round of applause for Green. Thank you for waking us up.
All right. Good.